Warning, STS Radio contains vulgar people, vulgar language, and vulgar ideas. If any of this offends you, kindly blow it out your ass.
Son of a bitch bastard!
Let's start this again. Shall we? Jesus Christ.
You're fucking retarded.
Hey, Pickle-Licker, want to play the right intro?
One more time!
Are you ready?
What's going on, everybody? Andrew Moss with you, STS Radio. With me, as always, Bruce Motherfucker Gates.
Hey, how's it going, Pickle-Licker?
Hey, it's going pretty good, sir. It's going pretty good. Well, it could be better. I guess we should at least acknowledge the cancer that was unleashed on the internet a few days ago.
Must we?
Sadly.
Oh, man.
I don't think I have enough nerd rage for this bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can take this episode personally. I might walk out on this one.
For those for those that don't know what we're talking about, the trailer for the new Ninja Turtles movie was unleashed to the internet and has gotten a lot of fucking negative feedback. That's the only part that can make me smile, is that I'm not the only one who's fucking outraged by this. Like, ah!
Oh man, there's so many things that like upset you when you see it. Thankfully I've only watched it once, and that was enough.
I admittingly, like, I watched it 3 times.
Oh, you poor bastard.
I know. First time, because I was like, first time I'd ever seen it. I was like, oh, okay, let's see where this goes. Second time, I was like, did I really just fucking watch that? Like, what the fuck was that?
My eyes and ears have been raped, but fuck it, let's do it again.
Yeah, and then I had to watch it one more time before we, started podcasting.
Just to make sure.
Just so I didn't think I was hallucinating the fuck out, and so I knew what the fuck I was talking about.
Yeah.
But I mean, holy shit, dude! Like I knew it was gonna be bad when Michael Bay's name was attached to it. Like, granted, okay, he's not directing or whatnot, but when his name is attached to anything, like, that is like a stamp of fucking shit approval.
Mercifully, there were no explosions in the trailer, if I remember.
No, there was. There was.
There
one.
was?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't remember.
Yeah, there was like a radio tower that just started falling over, and you could see like a little explosion there, but it's like.
Okay, see, I remember the radio tower falling. I don't remember the explosion though.
Yeah, there was an explosion there, but I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I remember seeing like a big sort of ooze like canister like thing.
Yeah.
That I presume they're gonna make into some sort of like chamber that they breed the turtles in or something. Because if I remember correctly, the storyline is that they come from outer space. No.
No, that was in the.
That was Deep Sixth.
Yeah, that was in the rejected script, which was secretly coded to be called something like the Blue Door or something like that. I posted it up on. Yeah, I posted that up on Facebook and whatnot, but holy shit, dude.
So what is the origin story now? Have they released it, or like did they go back to the original, or?
Okay, well let me tell you what the original one was.
Because it wasn't very clear from the fucking trailer, I'll tell you that.
Dude, it was crystal clear to me, and I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like, this is what happens when you watch it a little bit more than once. You're just like, what? Fuck!
There was one line that bothered me the most, but go ahead and explain, because I'm curious to understand how this works.
Well, I basically, like, I got to go back and like tell you like what was in like the original script that was in unleashed to the internet. Basically, the turtles, living in New York and doing all that shit. They come to find out that they're from another dimension, from a race of like warrior turtle humanoids. And that their parents gave them up to Splinter to watch over them, and stop the Krang invasion and Shredder whenever that fucking happened.
Because why not?
Yeah, and I was like,
and how did they explain
No.
Splinter exactly?
They really didn't. Like they just said like
There's another dimension where
was-
there's a bunch of giant fucking rats that are all wise
well,
fucking ninjas.
Yeah, it was like kind of like a throwaway thing. They're like, well, he was from the same dimension, so they trusted him. I was like, what the fuck is that?
It's like a dimension of really big turtles and a rat.
Yeah, it's like it's like a dimension of giant mutant turtles, rats, and instead of rain, it's just shit falling from the sky.
It's like fucking Siegfried and Roy's secret garden.
Oh my god,
Minus Manticore, rest in peace.
yeah, but add a fucking tiger mauling you to death.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Touche, sir, touche.
Yep.
You bastard!
Yeah, I know. Shut up.
So that was the original proposed idea, but that was shit canned, apparently.
Apparently, that was the studio rejected that idea, and they basically said, "Well, no, we're gonna rework this. We're gonna bring Michael Bay to produce this because he looks like he knows what he's doing with Transformers."
Of course he does, doesn't he?
If by knows what he's doing means fucking nothing, then okay, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm getting my pistol.
Yeah. Like watching a fucking Michael Bay movie is like playing Russian roulette with a loaded 6-shooter. Like fully fucking loaded. Like there is no empty chamber for you to get a pass on. Like there is just nothing. It's just you blow your fucking brains out now.
Oh man.
But so the thing that I got from the trailer was this new Shredder, which it's not Oroku Saki like it was, predominantly in the comic books, which okay, there was a second Shredder, blah 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 blah, horse shit.
But Orokusaki was the original.
Yes, he was. He was the original. He was always like the Shredder. Like nobody had really even heard of like the second guy unless you were like a deep devoted comic book fan.
Yeah, and the fad these days with movies, superhero movies, is to do the origin story.
Yeah, which
like every time.
Yeah, which okay,
which is fine, but
well, no, I understand. Like, okay, the last Turtles movie came out like what 2007 or something like that. You got the new Ninja Turtles cartoon that's out on TV. You got the new action figures. You got to fucking push.
mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'll give them the pass with the origin story because fucking Superman did it too, and it'd be kind of hypocritical for me to say like, well, it's okay for Superman to do it. Fucking Turtles, no, come on, they should know better. But no, like the thing that I got from the origin story, at least from this trailer, was they're not from another dimension. It wasn't like some accident where the canister of ooze falls into the sewer, cracks open, and the Turtles and Splinter fucking get covered in it and turn into their humanoid forms, in which Splinter fucking teaches them ninjutsu or whatnot. The thing I got from it is that this new Shredder fucking created the Turtles, and I'm just like, okay, you're a fucking idiot right off the fucking bat. Because
wait a minute. So they're saying that
Shredder created them.
Shredder created them?
Yes.
I didn't get that at all. I got that they were created. I heard the line about, they were creating heroes, and that bothered me, particularly because there were like a bunch of them, weren't there? Didn't they show like more than 4?
No.
Or was I mistaken?
No, I think you're mistaken.
Ugh.
But,
see, I gotta go watch the trailer again. I only watched it once.
Yeah. But I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, okay, you're a fucking idiot right off the bat, because what villain in any movie is gonna be like, I'm gonna create heroes? Like,
yeah, that line really is what pissed me off about the trailer.
Like, let me tell you, man, like Lex Luthor would never be like, you know what would be a great idea? I'm gonna create a Superman that can stop me. Like, you're a fucking genius.
But that's the thing, like, Oroku Saki, like, according to the original myth, wasn't he just, like, a criminal anyway that just happened to, like, practice ninjutsu and, Splinter was his pet and learned from him and shit?
No. Hamato Yoshi was Splinter's owner, and Oroku Saki was the younger brother.
Sorry.
Was the younger brother of a guy that Yoshi had killed in self-defense, and, followed fucking Yoshi to New York, and fucking, like, killed his wife, and, like, tried killing him and whatnot, but, was unsuccessful. Instead, fucking, Yoshi went down to the sewers to fucking stay in hiding, and fucking came across the Turtles and whatnot, and that's kind of what the origin story was.
Mm.
And I mean, this one,
see, I'm more familiar with like the original movie origin.
Yeah, which was direct from the fucking comic books.
Right. Okay.
Except,
so it wasn't that far off.
Yes.
I might have just been fucking up the names.
Yeah, except they leave out like two things from the origin comic, which kind of dark, but okay. Like they leave out the fact that Yoshi fucking killed Orokusaki's brother, which I forget the fucking guy's name, but it's not important right now. And then the second thing that they leave out of the comic books, which was really fucking dark, was the fact that Splinter is telling the Turtles in the origin comic, look, the reason I've been training you guys isn't so you can defend yourselves out there. Like, I want you to kill Orokusaki because he's the one who killed Hamato Yoshi. And it's just like, wow. So apparently,
that's the thing. I mean, they can't put that shit in like a kids movie, and in the original comics, they did kill people and shit like that. So.
Oh yeah, and it was great.
It wasn't really meant for kids necessarily. I mean, I guess it was, but I don't know.
It really wasn't. Like it, from what I remember, like Ninja Turtle comic books, like it started off as like a parody of just like the culture that was going on in comic books involving like teenagers and mutants and ninjas and whatnot. And they're just like, what if we just make these giant ninja turtles? Like, oh, that's pretty funny. Next thing they know, they're fucking rolling in millions and millions of dollars, and they're just like, that's not bad for a fucking parody, man. Like, who's laughing now, world?
Oh man.
But yeah, like
I don't know. Another thing that bothered me was how they look too.
Yeah,
they look friggin' terrible.
I was talking to a guy that I work with. I was just like, "Thank you for telling me. Like, I'm not the only one in this world that thinks that it looks like shit." And he looks at me. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Those turtles look like fucking burn victims." And I was like, and I went back. I was like, "Holy shit, they do."
Like, they do look so strange. It's weird.
Medic!
Like I remember from seeing the behind the scenes stuff that the actors were wearing shit like above their heads, so they're like to show where their eyes would be basically.
Yeah.
So it was obvious they were going to be taller, which fine. They that's how they're supposed to be, but like I didn't expect them to be that misshapen. I guess they look. I don't know. There's something about them.
They honestly to me they look like something that was rejected from like the fucking Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. It you know what, they do kind of look like the Toxic Avenger. They kind of do a little bit without all the meltiness.
Fucking Donatello just comes out using a fucking mop instead of a.
That's what happened. That's what happened to the Toxic Avenger. He was a Ninja Turtle that survived. He was Donatello that survived. The other three died. He survived a nuclear attack. And he became the fucking Toxic Avenger.
And then Shredder was like, "Well, he can't stop me by himself. I better give him some help. Here's 3 more." They're your brothers.
I create heroes.
Yeah. And I mean, like the from what I had read from an article, it was the director. I forget his fucking name and whatnot, but doesn't really fucking matter because the guy's getting enough hate mail as it is. I don't want to pour onto the poor fucking guy.
Shit pile.
Yeah. Like, dear asshole. You suck, and you killed my childhood. You and Bay should just be expelled to Guantanamo Bay. How's that, fucker? But yeah, like the I forgot what I was gonna say now. I was like, I had a point. What? Oh,
where was I going?
Yeah.
Do you know if all the original remember the original cartoon from like when we were kids?
Oh yeah, the '84 series. Yeah, I got all the episodes on DVD. Yeah. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, of course it was.
Still
obviously the best version of Turtles on TV.
No, I'll disagree with that.
You don't think so?
No. I thought the 2003 series was a lot better.
Ooh, I don't know if I saw the 2003 series. Wait, was that the one with like the fucked up animation?
What do you mean the fucked up animation?
Like, I don't know, it kind of looked like everything was cut out, sort of.
I don't think so.
Mm.
But it was like a lot closer to the comic books. It was a little bit grittier, darker. I was just like, fucking, this is what should have been on the 87 series.
I might have to check it out. I'm not sure if I've seen it then.
Yeah.
But I think they should have gotten people from like that, if they're still alive, the people from that series to do the voices. And even if they're not, fuck it. They can do what they did with Tupac and make their voices.
No, like they're all still alive, and there was actually a made-for-TV movie that they did called Turtles Forever, in which the 2003 Turtles met up with the 87 Turtles, and like some their own like dimension timeline, whatever you call it. But the thing was, the original actors from the 87 series didn't do the voices for the 87 counterpart Turtles.
That's stupid.
It was like a whole like union deal or something like that. So, but yeah, like Rob Paulson's still fucking alive and kicking. So like he's doing the voice of Donatello for the new Turtle series.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
I'm just like, shit, they come out with 2 more series. He's got a shot of playing all of them.
Except, of course, for the movies.
Yep. I did think it was pretty funny that Corey Feldman was just like...
I was going to say, didn't you tell me that Corey Feldman was Donatello?
Yeah, Corey Feldman was
T2?
In Turtles 2 and Turtles 1 and Turtles 3. He was the voice of Donatello. And
I thought you said 2.
No, 2 he got replaced because he was in drug rehab.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so... I always thought
that's hilarious.
I thought it was kind of funny though, because he like came out on Twitter. He's like, "I'd be glad to do the voice of Donatello again." It's like, I think they're gonna distance themselves from you.
I think they're done with that.
Yeah, I think they're looking at it like, this movie's bad enough as it is. Do we really need to include him?
How much lower can we bring this? Let's hire... No, let's not. Okay, fair point.
How about you hire me, gackface? God damn it. You suck, Corey Feldman.
Oh, man.
How about you go do the Lost Boys again?
Why don't they bring back Kevin Nash to be Super Shredder?
Yeah, why not?
Why the fuck not? Pile on the poor performances.
I think like the one thing that they got right though with this turtle movie, I haven't seen one fucking mention of Vanilla Ice anywhere. I was
Good point.
After seeing the trailer though, I was just like, oh shit, this could really use him.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't bode well. Like the whole thing about like them being purposefully created just doesn't sit well with me. I like the idea that it was an accident, like all of them,
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because then that explains why there's only 4.
Yeah, and like
or a select few, like or 4 and a rat, like because they were all exposed. Okay, fine. I'll buy that. Why not? I'll suspend disbelief a little bit.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, like
plus too, if you're gonna willingly choose to make a hero, you're really gonna choose a fucking turtle?
Yeah. And not only that, you're gonna teach him how to fucking kick your ass with ninjutsu? Like, what are you, fucking insane?
I mean, I think we already proved that with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 when they had Toka and Razor.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you wouldn't go right to turtle. Well, I guess they had the snapping turtle.
Yeah, like, snapping turtle, but
still.
I mean, the thing was, they were both, like, fucking brick shit houses, like, incredibly strong, but they were incredibly fucking stupid, but
Which is kind of what the new turtles look like, is brick shit houses with, fucked up faces.
Well, the thing is, like, they're
like the Batista of fucking TMNT.
You had to go there. You fucker.
How dare you win the Royal Rumble?
That was Daniel Bryan's spot.
Sorry, had to go there.
John Cena's better than you. Well, no, like here's the thing. Like the thing that I had agreed on, like that I was like fully on board for, was like they were gonna like design the turtles like differently. Like they were gonna give them like different body styles and whatnot. Like they were like Raphael's gonna be like the most muscular of the 4. Leonardo will probably be like right behind him, like a little bit slender, like more slender, but quicker, but less strong, whatever have you. Donatello is going to be like taller and a lot skinnier than the other guys, and then Michelangelo is going to be like the shortest of the 4. And I was like, you know what, man, kind of goes with the personalities, I guess. So fuck,
yeah,
I'm okay.
That is kind of cool.
I'm okay. I'm on board with that. I'm on board with that.
Though that said, it wasn't really obvious in the movie because it was so fucking dark, and you don't really see them like standing next to each other and shit.
Yeah, and it's and like from what I've seen of like the toy, like the action figures that they're gonna be unleashing onto the fucking planet,
Oh no.
Oh my god,
There's action figures?
There's going to be.
Oh no.
And boy howdy did they fuck up twice.
What did they do?
Other than, giving the fucking turtles like really shitty like junkyard armor and whatever have you. Cuz like if you've seen the character designs, you're just like, man, this is fucking gross. Like from what I could see, Donatello's like staff is metallic and retractable, and I'm just like, that's kind of the thing about him. Like, he doesn't need a metallic weapon to whoop your ass. Like, he beats your ass with a fucking stick.
Right.
Like, okay, you're done there. And then I look at Michelangelo's weapon, and I forget the name of it, but it's basically like a staff that's like busted into like 3 parts, and there's like chains connecting it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like they're giving him that.
That's like, kind of cool.
I'm just like, but nunchucks. That's him.
Yeah, I really liked the fact that he used a pair of nunchuck. That was really awesome. Or nunchaku, or nunchucks, or like, however you want to say them.
Yeah, and I was just like, you already got a turtle fucking wielding the fucking staff and shit. Like, it's really not that much different from him.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that was cool about the turtles is that they all use like old Japanese weapons, or old, at least, Oriental weapons with like the sai, the sword, the bow staff, and the nunchuck.
Yeah.
Like that was really cool. So to now like modernize it is kind of takes away from. I mean, you're already making them created, so they're not obviously like.
I'm just like, shit. Why not just go back to '89 and give fucking Michelangelo a goddamn grappling hook as a fucking weapon?
Seriously.
Like, Jesus Christ.
Which one has the utility belt? and the unfoldable shield in the shape of a turtle with a really fucked up head.
Yeah, it takes him 5 minutes to fucking unfold.
But it will stop a bullet.
Yes.
Against the turtle designed for warfare, which could presumably already stop a bullet. But...
Yeah. So here's like the thing about the original script, like, because I read it and I like I said, I put it up on my my Facebook page.
Because you love to poison the planet.
Because I just want people to be like, okay, this is what
share in my misery.
I wanted people to be like, holy shit, they really didn't like rewrite anything. Like, what did they rewrite? The fucking color of their bandanas? That's it? Like, oh shit, we're in trouble here.
Change the title. Ta-da!
Like some of the changes that I had picked up was like, number one, like the main focus of the original script wasn't the turtles, wasn't April, it was Casey Jones. I was like, okay, there's strike one right fucking there.
Yeah.
There was no like traditional like Shredder or whatnot, like the guy in the fucking gauntlets and everything like that. Instead, it was like an army general named Shredder. Shredder. I was just like, okay, there's kind of strike two. Like, it's maybe a 1-2-3 inning here. So it turns out, the Krang are invading from fucking Dimension X, which I'm like, okay, I'm fully in agreement with that. Like, let's fucking bring them on. Let's have the turtles fucking stop them and whatnot. That'd be kind of fucking awesome.
You're like, finally, something that might be redeeming.
Yeah, like, this could be redeeming. Let's see how far this goes.
There are turtles in this flick, right?
Like, wait, they are ninjas too, right?
And they're not like sucking each other off or something, right? They're gonna like fight this invading Krang, like.
That actually reminds me of a really great fucking story that who was it? Harvey Weinstein told. He took a meeting with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon about the Good Will Hunting script. Mm-hmm. And like a lot of studios said, yes, we'll make your movie, and Harvey was the first one to like go to them, and he's like, look guys, I'm ready to make your movie here, but I got to ask you a question about one of the scenes in the movie. And they're like, yeah, go ahead, what's the problem? And they said, well, the scene where you have Robin Williams sucking off the janitor here, is that even really detrimental to the plot at all? Or, can we just cut that? And they said, you know what? You're going to make our script. And he's like, what? Why? And they said, we threw that in there just to see like who would actually read the fucking script. And you're the only one that read it and pointed that out. I was like, fucking bravo. Those guys are smarter than they look.
That's awesome.
I was like, those guys are fucking geniuses.
That's hilarious. Note to self: if I ever write a screenplay, insert a man giving another man giving a blowjob in the bathroom somewhere. See if it gets noticed. 'Cause if not, fuck it.
Fade 2, Michelangelo sucking off Raphael.
That's the way I see it. Or Leonardo.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
He does have the two swords, it's kind of phallic.
Yeah, I mean, can't go wrong with Donatello as one long pole, right?
That's true. That's even more.
Yeah. Like the thing that I saw like kind of transfer over to this new film though was there is no like real like Foot Clan, if you will, like the traditional like hey ninja gang and whatnot. Instead, it's like a fucking militia. I'm just like, okay, that's strike 3, so there's 1 out. They hired Megan Fox. There's strike 1 again. Michael Bay producing, there's strike 2. It turns out Shredder isn't even human. He's like a fucking this mutant in disguise, like an alien / mutant in disguise, and has like spikes covering his body and whatnot. I was just like, okay, you're no. Like you're done. There's strike 3 right there. So that's 2 outs.
Ridiculous.
That's 2 outs.
Does anything cool become of the Krang invasion?
No, not really.
Of course not.
Fucking Bebop and Rocksteady make an appearance in the script. But
oh, that's cool.
Not really.
Not really?
Not really. Like they don't do anything. It's like their 87 cartoon counterparts in movie form. I'm just like
they're just in the scene in the background.
I'm just like if you guys are
eating.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, look, if you guys are gonna take this fucking movie like seriously, like, are you really like what boss would put up with that fucking bullshit? Like they screw up every fucking chance that they get.
No kidding. Like, what is this? The 80s cartoon?
Exactly.
Motherfuckers.
Cowabunga, dude, here's my grappling hook. It's like, Mikey, go sit in the fucking corner. You useless.
Does Raph still have the scythe?
Yeah, Raph still has the scythe. Leonardo still has the twin Ninjakin swords, so.
Nice.
Donatello still has the pole and whatever have you.
Although it is retractable.
Yeah.
So really they only changed kind of Donatello's, although significantly changed his, and Michelangelo.
Sort of.
Why did they feel that those two needed the upgrade?
I don't know. I'm still questioning.
I mean, Michelangelo, okay, I actually kind of like that. I could dig that. Makes him a little more badass, but...
That's the thing. Michelangelo's not a fucking badass. He's the fucking...
That's true.
He's the goofy member of the group, and, like, that weapon fucking, like, is part of that persona.
That's true.
Yeah,
I mean... It's not, but it is for me because having grown up seeing him with it and knowing his personality, like, yeah, it kind of is. Like, of the 4 weapons that I look at those and I'm like, yeah, that's fucking goofy.
I mean, that would almost be like, let's say you were making a fucking Batman film, and you're like, well, okay, I know he's got batarangs and whatnot, but we're gonna get rid of that and we're gonna give him a fucking crossbow. Like, that doesn't really work, because, I mean, it kind of goes with that. You ask anybody, like, name the Ninja Turtles and their weapons, they'll fucking name them right off. Like, okay, Leonardo with the swords, Donatello with the staff, blah, 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 and Michelangelo with the nunchucks. And there we go, man.
Yeah.
But, I kept reading the script, because I was just like, I gotta see how fucking bad this thing is. Like, I'm reading reviews of it online and whatnot. And I was just like, holy shit, this is fucking awful. Like, this I think this is actually even worse than the fucking Superman script that Kevin Smith had to write.
Oh, jeez.
Which I remember reading that, and John Peters putting his fucking 2 cents in there, like, we need a gay R2-D2, and Chewie's got, this guy's got to fight polar bears up at the Fortress of Solitude. I'm like, I'm reading this, I'm just like, oh my god, man, like, it had so much fucking potential, and this guy just fucking, just pissed all over it.
You're like, it's Superman all over again.
I'm like, it's Superman Returns. Oh God.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles return.
Yeah.
So, do you think that the Krang will make any kind of appearance in this movie? Or I have to say, I guess my question is really, what makes you think that this one is so similar?
Well, from what I've seen in the trailer, like I remember like going back in my head and going like, oh, I remember that from the script. I remember that from the script.
Ah.
There's like, the scene where the turtles are like sledding down that fucking snowy hill, and one of them like crashes into a jeep, sending it over the fucking edge of a cliff or something like that. Like that happened in the script. And I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh no. So I guess back to the first question. Do you think the Krang will make an appearance then?
I think it's gonna be one of those situations like if they do, it's gonna be at the end of the film to set up a sequel.
Yeah, probably.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, and I remember reading a Q&A with the director and whatnot. Like this, going back to what I was trying to say earlier when I fucking forgot where the hell I was. He was saying like, oh, we're so proud that like the Turtles have had a couple of different origins in the comic books, and we're glad that we can have our own like original origin story. And I was like, yeah, but yours sucks.
It doesn't make any sense.
I know, like Dr. Wily.
I mean, not that the original one is like
no, but I mean
Pulitzer Prize worthy.
No, it's not Pulitzer Prize worthy. But I mean, that's like making a Superman movie, and they're like, well, he's not from Krypton. We're gonna create him in a fucking lab.
Right.
It's like, what are you fucking insane? Like, that's the fucking origin story, man. You don't fuck with that. Like, come on.
Right. Like, when they say, oh, we create heroes, my question is, why only create 4?
Yeah.
And if you're doing that, then that means, okay, is there going to be no Splinter in this movie?
No, Splinter will be in the movie, apparently.
Huh.
I have no idea in what capacity.
How does he fit in if they're created by Shredder?
I don't know. Maybe he's like, you know what, I'm tired of making turtles. Let's throw a rat in there.
Seriously, does he get bored one day? He's just like fucking shitface. He's like, let's make him furry. I want to cuddle with some furry. Shredder, but do it.
Do it or you're fired, you asshole. And like this Shredder is more of like no, it doesn't really seem like a traditional like villain, like in the sense of like I'm gonna rule the fucking world, like the world's gonna bow before my might. He's more like a corporate kind of guy, like I'm gonna take over that building, then I'm gonna take over that building, I'm gonna buy these guys out. Wall Street is my bitch.
So he's like a business Shredder.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what, man, you would have been better off just hiring fucking Paul Stanley.
Kevin Spacey.
No, you'd have been better off hiring Paul Stanley. Like,
well, that's always the better option.
Well, exactly. Fucking Jesse Ventura, I think, could have pulled it off, too. Well, you know something? I ain't got time for this green turtle ninja bullshit. I got better shit to do. Like what? Like fucking breathing, you idiot.
Like finding a new home for the Minnesota Wild.
Hey, I saved the Minnesota Twins. If you're gonna make fun of me, at least get this shit right, you idiot.
Oh, that's true, but...
Seriously, this bald head's got a lot of facts just stored right up in there, so just shut your mouth.
Well, you might have to rehome the Wild. Actually, no, they're not that
No,
terrible.
the Wild are doing fine.
Yeah, they're
like
not that terrible.
hockey in Minnesota, good. Baseball in Minnesota, when you're one of like...
Consider your weather, Minnesota.
Yeah, I think when you're one of 2 Major League Baseball teams that had to have a game canceled because of snow... Yeah, I think you gotta weigh out your fucking options to relocate or something.
Yeah. Consider your weather when you're considering your sports.
Yeah, like obviously it's like fucking hockey in Florida.
Can we suggest bowling, an indoor sport?
Yes. Yes, we can.
Suggest that to Chris, for when he finally purchases or obtains Minnesota.
Yeah. Like a professional Minnesota bowling league. The Minnesota League.
It'd be called the Don't You Knows.
Yeah.
The Minnesota Don't You Knows.
But yeah, like getting back to the fucking turtles though, like I was hang on a second, I just had to fucking shake the aneurysms out of my brain here. Like I was talking to another friend of mine, and she was like, "What the hell is this? There's no Casey Jones in this." I was just like,
And
I'm just like, problem? Like Casey Jones for me is a fucking interchangeable character. Like, other than the fact that he's named after a fucking Grateful Dead song, like there's not really much reason to hate the guy, but it's.
I mean, I dig him. I think he's a cool character, but not necessarily needed in a Turtles movie.
No, not needed. I mean, case in point,
like maybe in a sequel. If there's going to be a sequel, maybe throw him in there.
Well, I think they put their foot down after Ninja Turtles 3, and they just said, "Do we really need this fucking guy?"
He just hangs around.
Yeah,
he doesn't really do anything. He drinks.
And look, he's dancing on the craft service table. Please, come on.
All he does, he makes everybody want to dance. I mean, seriously, there's just been more dancing throughout the movies because of him. Get him out of here.
Stop hitting on the interns, damn it.
Between him and Vanilla Ice, this place is a friggin' club.
Yeah.
There used to be ninjutsu here.
This place is a goddamn zoo.
Sorry, guys.
And I know we're making a movie about, giant turtles that know ninjutsu, but Jesus Christ, no, fucking no.
Seriously, why didn't they just make the turtles human or something?
You might as well have. But I mean, like, the next two stops for me, which Michael Bay is going to ruin fucking Hollywood, is he's going to make 2 movies based off of video games. Which hasn't been announced, but I got a feeling if anybody's going to fucking tackle him, it's going to have his fucking shit stamp all over it. And that's a live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh, God.
I know. And then a live-action Mega Man movie.
Oh, jeez.
Which sort of has been done. It was a fan-made film and whatnot, but I mean, still, it's you throw up $75 million at this fucking thing. It's gonna look pretty damn good, but
well, sure, it's gonna look good, but it's gonna
look good, but it's gonna have the stink of Bay all over it.
Exactly. Oh no, we're in the Bay of Michael. That familiar stench of horridness. Do you smell that? Yes, that's just explosions. It's okay.
Yeah. It's like fucking. What the hell is that movie? Fucking.
Why is it so dark here? That's so you can't see how shitty this movie is.
Because we're deep in the ass of Bay. Everybody goes in, nobody comes out. Sorry, just farted.
That apparently delays all thinking in speech. It's like, oh, hang on. Okay, so anyway.
Well, my brain's just like, well, here's the thought, but wait. Fart. Okay, now here's the thought again.
Go ahead.
It's like I had a brain fart go all the way from my fucking brain all the way down to my ass. But yeah, like just seeing this trailer though, like I was just like, what the fuck? This is fucking bullshit. Like, why? Why are they doing this?
I just don't understand the create a hero thing. That's I keep hearing that line in my head, and I go, just what? Like, it doesn't make sense.
And I keep going back to the point, like, nobody fucking creates a hero on fucking purpose.
But I mean, even if he's not a villain at that point, like, again, if you're gonna create a hero, why create only 4? You know, like, if there's apparently a big problem, which you must assume there is, otherwise why would you create heroes in the first place? Why are you only going to create 4? I would create as many as I freaking can. What are they going to be like? Oh, sorry, the fucking shit, we ran out of freaking ooze or something? Like, that's why we couldn't make Splinter or Bebop and Rocksteady? Like
Bebop and Rocksteady, like,
they weren't created by ooze.
I'm just like, I'm fully in agreement of, like, you know what, just fucking leave them out of it. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
People want to watch them, they can go watch the fucking cartoons.
Watch them do nothing.
Yeah, because I was just like, okay, they're buffoons and whatnot, but I was like, don't really add much to anything, like.
Except in the arcade games.
Well, yeah, the arcade
Then
games.
they shot at your ass.
Yeah, and I always thought it was kind of funny, like, even if they hit you with a fucking bullet, the turtles just, like, get up like nothing happens, like, Shit, that was an inconvenience. Like, okay, let me get back to kicking your ass with a stick.
Pretty much.
Not only that, but I think it was Rocksteady had fucking like a grenade belt going across his chest, and he never fucking used. I don't think he ever fucking used them.
Not that I remember. And you know what? No one ever pulled the pins on it either.
Yeah, nobody was just like, you know what? Fuck you, Rhino. It's over for you. You know, just picture like Rocksteady just like fucking screaming out like, "Hey boss, they pulled the pins on my grenades." It's like, Jesus fucking.
And of course, Bebop goes with him because he's, right behind him.
Yeah, screams for his fucking
or something.
Yeah, screams for his mother. Mama! Like, am I the only one from the school of thought of like, you gotta have some kind of fucking purpose? Like, no matter what you fucking do in life, you gotta put effort into it.
Yeah. It's funny that you say that because I think we were watching The Walking Dead or something the other day, and I told Liz, because you and I both come from a film study background, and I told Liz, like,
sort of.
In film, sort of.
Sort of. We took one fucking class.
Whatever.
That's not much of a background.
Not just film study, but I mean, like, videography and stuff like that, like filming in general, and we've watched a lot of movies. I'd like to think that we're kind of up on our videography skills, if you will, cinematography.
Go on.
Anyway, so Liz and I were watching, I think it was the Walking Dead, and I was like, in video, it's both a visual and an audio art, so pretty much everything is important in a way, like the way they set things up, like the background, everything's important that you see, so they don't want to waste the film, basically. And, man, I don't know, I feel like pretty much everything that I saw was a waste of film in that trailer.
Yeah, I honestly, man, I didn't see one redeeming thing about that fucking trailer.
Yeah. So, oh man,
I was like, this is just fucking awful. This is just, I have no fucking words for this, man. Like,
so did they reveal in the trailer that his name is not Shredder? Because I thought I heard them say Shredder.
Oh no, they. I don't know if they call him Shredder. Like, they basically, like, they indicate to him being the Shredder because, like, he walks in front of, like, the fucking Shredder armor and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they call him Shredder, like, out of the fucking blue. Like, Shredder! Like, bring it on, you bitch. And, like, that's... I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I'm still just... I almost feel like somebody, like, just symbolically, like, took, like symbolically, I'm like a child still. And, like, somebody took my most prized possession, be it a fucking toy or something like that, like, something I, held near and dear to my heart when I was a kid, and just fucking shot it.
You know what it's like for me? I know you don't watch The Americans, but it's a lot like a very recent scene in the last episode of The Americans where one of the guys has another guy held hostage, and you think that he's kind of in bad shape, and so he's like all of a sudden like, I have to take a shit. And he's like, fine, I'll go take a shit. And he brings him into the bathroom, and he stands and watches him. He's like, you're going to watch me? He's like, wouldn't you? He's like, all right, fine. So he takes his shit, and his hands are tied, so he's like, dude, you're going to have to, like, wipe my ass. And he's like, no fucking way. And he's like, no, you have to. I can't wipe my ass. I can't, whatever. So dude ends up having to wipe his ass, and as he's trying to wipe his ass, the dude attacks him. That's what it's like for me.
You're just like, this turtles thing is so bad, it's like somebody's attacking me while I'm taking a shit.
It's like someone's attacking me after they made me wipe their ass. That's what it's like.
I just thought it was the inconvenience of, like, you being handcuffed and having to take a shit and you can't wipe your own ass.
No. I feel like the guy that was just made to, like, wipe someone else's ass and then gets attacked for my efforts.
The only, like, good thing that I can say about this latest Turtles movie, it makes 3 look like a fucking masterpiece.
That's true.
Like, I'm just like, you know what? It really wasn't as bad as I'd originally thought.
That's a treasure.
Like, reading the rejected script, I was just like, You know what, man? Magic scepters weren't really that bad of an idea in retrospect. Like, I can fully believe them going back to feudal Japan.
You're like, listen, I can get behind the friggin' scepters. I can get behind the friggin' sausages as nunchuck, but I cannot get behind.
I could get behind them dancing to fucking ZZ Top.
Oh my god.
It's almost had like a Walter Sobchak moment. It was like, God damn it! Am I the only one around here who wants to see a decent Turtles movie?
No, you would not.
Am I the only one that wants to see a fucking thing that doesn't have Michael Bay's name on it? And like, dude, South Park fucking nailed it perfectly, as far as I'm concerned. Like, there was like a 3-part episode called Imagination Land, which is pretty funny. If you ever get the chance, go and watch it. Basically, like, terrorists figure out how to attack our imagination. And it's fucked up, but it's fucking hysterical, I swear.
It is. Sounds pretty funny.
So they're like, well, we have to get some of the most imaginative people to figure out how we can stop this. So they're like, Hollywood directors, let's get some guys in. Let's see what they can do. Bring in some ideas. So they bring in, like, M. Night Shyamalan, who's just like, well, what if they're not really terrorists? What if we are actually the terrorists? And the guys at the Pentagon are like, no, that's not really like a plot. That's more of a twist. And it's just like, okay, well, what about... And he goes off on another fucking plot twist, and they're just like, oh, God, get him out of here. Next person they bring in, Michael Bay. And I was like, oh, please. Like, I don't ask for a goddamn thing in this life, but please fucking throw him under the bus. So they said, okay, here's the situation. We need some ideas. Go. So Michael Bay's like, what if we start out with a huge building and it just explodes, it goes crash, and we have a truck going by and it spins out and it ignites and the flames, boom, crash. And the fucking DC guy's just like, those aren't ideas, those are just special effects. Michael Bay just looks at him all straight-faced. He's like, I don't understand the difference. The guy from DC is like, I know you don't. Get him out of here. It's like, this is fucking brilliant.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I was like, Jesus Christ, though, man. Is it too much to add? Like, a lot of people are like, well, Michael Bay. Not all Michael Bay's films are awful. Like, he's made some good movies. Like, Bad Boys was really good. I was like, Bad Boys is awful.
Yeah, I never saw Bad Boys. I have no intention to.
Count yourself lucky.
I unfortunately saw Bad Boys too.
And somebody was like,
not my choice.
And somebody was like, dude, Armageddon was pretty fucking good. I was just like,
I never saw that either.
Count yourself lucky again, sir.
Fuck that.
Like, you know it's bad when he's yelling at fucking Ben Affleck for pointing out the bullshit in the fucking script. So, like, plot for Armageddon, obviously, the big fucking asteroids heading for Earth. And apparently NASA thinks it's a great idea to train guys that drill for oil to be astronauts, send them up there, drill into the asteroid, and plant a fucking nuclear bomb to split the thing in two so that it splits and avoids the Earth. Very cliched bullshit, I know, but... Ben Affleck was on the fucking set, and he's just like, you know, wouldn't it be smarter for fucking NASA to train astronauts how to drill instead of training drillers how to be astronauts? And Michael Bay just looks at him, he's like, shut the fuck up! Get over there! I'm just like, fucking really, man? Fuck you, Michael Bay. How dare you point out a plot hole?
That's great. But seriously, like, it looks really dark, and yeah, it looks very effects driven, and yeah, like any modern superhero movie is these days.
And like, you know, I was reading the interview with the director, and they were like, you know, how much influence did Michael Bay have on this? And he's like, you know, a lot more than people really think. Like, you know, we would come to him with dailies, and you know, he would have all these notes like scribbled down and whatnot, like, oh, you should change this and bring this around here and do this, do that. And I'm just like, and you couldn't fucking ignore them?
Oh,
like,
man.
that would have been my first thing. Like, look, I'll direct this fucking movie, but get him the fuck off of here. I don't want to fucking work with this guy because he's just trash. Like, he is like the Honey Boo Boo of Hollywood directors.
Oh shit. I mean, he's not the only one making dark flicks, though. I mean, that is one thing that bugs me about it, but he's not the only one who does that, unfortunately. That sort of started kind of with Christopher Nolan.
Well, I mean, yeah.
And I respect Christopher Nolan. I really like Christopher Nolan, but I don't like the dark superhero trend.
I don't dig it that much either. It's like Superman, like, all right, Superman was always kind of like that contrast to Batman. Like, Batman was the dark, brooding character. Like, Superman was, about fucking hope and everything.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like the only, like, one thing that I didn't like about Man of Steel, but,
Like, my uncle made a good point. He's like, they spend all this time working on the suit, and then, like, you never get to see it because it's so fucking dark.
Yeah, but, like...
It's true.
But, like, with Batman, you kind of understand that.
With Batman, sure, but, like, he mentioned they made a Flash. I don't know if it was for TV or for a movie, but I guess the red was, like, a really, really, really deep red, like, darker than the Daredevil fucking Ben Affleck red. And I was like, that is not the Flash.
I don't think so. I don't think they did that. Like, I know they just, like, unleashed pictures of a guy that's going to be playing the Flash in a TV series, but
I don't know. He mentioned seeing a suit somewhere. Like I said, I don't know if it was for TV or movie or whatever.
Like the only TV series I knew, there was a Flash TV series. It was from, I want to say, like the late 80s, early 90s and whatnot. And this suit was like...
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
that was like correct. That was like really bright red.
Yeah, just like really, really bright red, bright yellow too.
Yeah, but I guess he saw one where like the red is even darker than the Daredevil from friggin' Ben Affleck. And it's like, good lord, like they just keep making shit darker and darker and darker. Look at Spider-Man. His suit got darker and darker.
Well, yeah, eventually it got so dark it went to black.
Well, true. That's true. It did that in the comics, though. That was like the original making superheroes dark.
Yeah, like, but, Spider-Man costume was always fucking bright. So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I
mean, that's the thing. Like you said, Superman had the contrast. Spider-Man was the same thing. They both had the, red and blue.
Yeah, and
bright red, bright blue.
And it's like that for, for the source material as well. Like, cause, when Batman and Superman were both reinvented and whatnot, the Batman comic books got a little bit darker, a little bit more broodier, almost like a, I don't want to say Tim Burton movie because I mean those are terrible. But like, you would look at the comic books, you would look at like the cartoon series, and like the Batman Gotham City was all just dark and whatnot, and just brooding, that kind of attitude. And like Superman was like bright, shiny, like, okay, not everything's honky dory, but you know what? I'm here to save the fucking day.
Mm-hmm. Something I'm sure Superman said on the regular.
Yeah.
I'm here to save the fucking day. Thanks, Superman.
And like, like,
Superman scares me.
Like it's kind of a good thing, I guess, like that I didn't write like a Superman script and have it get picked up by Hollywood.
I'm here to save the fucking day.
Like, no, like I would just give I would just give like I would have everybody in Metropolis just have Tourette's. Except for fucking Superman, because Tourette's doesn't affect him.
Because he's not human.
Because he's Krypton, exactly. Like, oh my god, are you okay? Like, just, save somebody from a burning building. Like, are you okay? Do you need medical attention? Like, oh my god, Superman, thank you for fuck ass. Like, okay.
So, do you think, did Michael Bay or whoever is in charge of the script for the Turtles, do you think they changed the script because of the backlash that they got from the whole space introduction thing that they originally planned?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Okay, so then do you really think that they thought it was better to have their enemy create them?
I don't know.
Apparently they did, because that's the fucking movie.
Dude, I just don't know anymore with Hollywood. I really, really don't.
We just don't understand the fans. Let's just keep making it worse.
Like, they'll eat what we fucking feed them.
They'll eat it and like it. Oh, shit.
Shit. Fucking... all right. Like, dude, I'm having an aneurysm, I think, just, like, thinking about this.
I might be able to bring up your mood a little bit, actually, because I wanted to ask you if you heard about the whole sort of reignition of the feud between Brodeur and Avery.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh, I heard that. Like, yeah, fucking Avery fired.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Avery fucking like just fired right below the fucking belt.
Oh
And
man, that was vicious.
I was like, oh shit, like. And, fucking, I don't blame Broder for saying what he said. I mean, he was asked about the fucking question. He was asked about Avery on Dancing with the Stars, and like, yeah, I think he embarrassed himself.
That was the question.
Like, dude, just answered the fucking question. And then Avery, I got to bring this up because I don't want to fucking misquote it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he was like, he's a fuckadoo or something, like...
That would have been pretty funny.
His mother dresses him funny and shit, like...
Like, he's a fuckadoo.
He poops himself, so there's that.
Oh, man. Oof.
Other than him being a complete fuckadoo, he's an alright guy.
Yeah. Where is it? Fuck, it was on here earlier. I'm checking Yahoo News right now. I kind of wish we had known we were going to talk about this, Bruce.
Sorry. You're welcome. Like, oh wait, he did call him a fuckadoo. Shit.
I guess he really did, yeah.
In fact, he did. There in the paper.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, like, Berter was, he was asked by somebody that was asking him about...
Was it like Newsweek or something?
I think it might have been Newsweek.
Some sort of publication.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, so somebody was asking him, like, what do you think about Dancing with the Stars and whatnot? And,
specifically Sean Avery's performance.
Yeah, and Berter basically said, I thought it was really, really embarrassing. So Avery catches word of this and hits on Twitter. He goes, woke up beside a hashtag supermodel to hear news that hashtag Fatso made a comment at Dancing ABC equals thousands of dollars for charity, which, all right, kudos to him for raising money for fucking charity. My hat goes off to him for that. Yeah, I can't take the guy. I can't take it away from that. Then he got a little bit personal. He goes, embarrassing is when you sleep with the hashtag nanny and get caught, smiley face. And I was like, oh, shit. That was kind of below the fucking belt there, man. Like,
Yeah.
That's, that was fucking uncalled for, man.
You don't get into a man's personal life like that.
No, you don't attack him personally. You want to be like, you want to attack him like professionally and just be like, you're embarrassing is, your fucking game against fucking Toronto the other night. Something like that. Like, you want to do that.
Embarrassing is your season right now, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But, you attack him on the professional level. Don't attack him on the fucking, personal level.
Yeah, I agree. It was out of line.
I was like,
especially when you think like the feud is dead and buried,
Yeah, like considering
after all this time, you think they really still have shit for each other, and then all of a sudden,
yeah, considering Avery fucking retired after the 2011-2012 season.
Yeah. Do you think they've even seen it? Well, maybe they've seen each other since.
I don't think they've seen each other since. I really don't.
Like not even at some sort of like NHL gathering, get together, whatever.
I don't think so.
I don't know. You never know.
Nah.
But if so, chances are they might not have talked to each other though.
No.
They don't seem to like each other that much.
Actually, I do gotta bring this up though because I thought this was fucking hysterical. So I take it you heard about Gwyneth Paltrow fucking shooting off on her blog, right?
Not about her shooting off on the blog. I heard about this fucking uncoupling thing from friggin'
okay.
Whoever's balls is.
So the long and short of it was she hits up on her blog. I forget what the fuck it's called, but she's basically saying like, it's so difficult to be a working mom or something like that. And there was somebody who wrote a letter to the New York Post basically in response to it. And it was probably the biggest fuck you I've read in quite some time.
What did they say?
Okay, dude, I'll read a little bit of this. This is up on NewYorkPost.com. And it says, Dear Gwyneth, I really enjoyed your recent comments to E about how easy an office job is for parents compared to the grueling circumstances of being on a movie set. Quote, I think it's different when you have an office job because it's routine, and you can do all the stuff in the morning and then come home in the evening. Quote, you said. Quote, when you're shooting a movie, they're like, we need you to go to Wisconsin for 2 weeks, and then you work 14 hours a day, and that part of it is very difficult. I think to have a regular job and to be a mom is not as, of course, there are challenges, but it's not like being on set. End quote. As the mother of a toddler, I couldn't agree more. Quote,
oh, no.
Quote, thank God I don't make millions filming one movie per year, quote, end quote, is what I say to myself pretty much every morning as I wait in a windy Metro North platform about to begin my 45-minute commute into the city. Whenever things get rough, all I have to do is keep reminding myself of that fact. It is my mantra.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, holy shit, hashtag fuck you, bomb.
No kidding, Jesus. But still, like, obviously she is crazy.
Yeah.
Obviously, Gwyneth Paltrow is just fucking out of her mind.
Yeah, she is fucking
between this uncoupling
nuts.
bullshit and going off like saying that being an actress is harder than being a single mother. Like, did you see what happened to Tom Cruise when he said that acting is harder than being a soldier? Like, you just don't say shit like that when you're an actor or an actress, that it's harder than anything, because it's probably not harder than fucking anything.
Yeah, is it
probably one of the easiest jobs out there, apart from, like a food tester or a sleep tester, which is, two of my dream jobs, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, but, if anybody out there is hiring...
Does it get easier than that?
It really doesn't.
Like, the chain is really like food/sleep tester, number 1, number 2, actor/actress.
Look, I will take both the food testing job and the sleep testing job, okay? Like, I have no problem picking up extra hours.
I'll put in my time. I don't mind.
I'll gladly work overtime.
Seriously, why are those jobs never available?
Because they're already full.
Those motherfuckers don't retire. They're wise. They're on to you.
Not only that, but they would just take one look at me and just be like, "Okay, food tester, like you're gonna like everything we put in front of you."
Yeah, really, that's true.
Like, that really doesn't work too well.
Same here, man. No, food, no. You
yeah.
can go. And sleep, forget it.
Yeah.
I can sleep just about anywhere. I used to sleep on a floor. I can sleep. I used to sleep on the beds at Riv. Hey, I mean,
yeah.
We can sleep anywhere.
Exactly, man. That's like sleeping on a fucking bed of bricks.
Exactly.
Like, I remember I put, like, when we had, what's his face move out from the room, we basically had that extra bed, so I just took apart the framing of it, and I just threw the old mattress on top, like, underneath the mattress I was using, and let me tell you, man, that second mattress made quite the fucking difference.
I don't know why I just remember, but do you remember the night that I fell out of the top bunk?
Sort of.
I just remember it hurting like a son of a bitch. like I was asleep, perfectly asleep, and then the next thing I'm awake and like, fucking ow!
Dude.
But yeah, very uncomfortable, even without falling.
And I know I wasn't the only one who fucking hit my head on that fucking ceiling waking up.
Oh god, especially when you're like woken up, surprisingly, it's like dunk, yeah. You can't avoid it.
Yeah, not only that,
and then the shit falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, then you got like 15 pounds of fucking plaster just like covering you, and you're just like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, and that shit stays in your hair like forever.
Yeah, it stays in your hair forever, and then you gotta fucking wash your sheets again, and it costs like what, $4 to do a fucking load of laundry, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, come on, fucking piece of shit. Worst college ever.
Completely off topic, but we got to do another shitting on screen at some point.
Oh, we definitely do, man.
I don't know what, but I was actually thinking the other day, I know you said a lot before that, the point of shitting on screen, or one of the points behind shitting on screen, is to have it be from our youth, from the past.
Yeah.
I thought it might be kind of cool to do a new movie.
What do you got in mind?
I don't know, like anything new might be kind of cool. I thought it would be cool to do the Ninja Turtles, although it would have to wait a very, very long time. So we should come up with something in the meantime.
Yeah, yeah, we could definitely do that. Let me see what I got in my library here.
Absolutely.
Um,
We should do like what they did in WCW with that fucking wheel of matches. We should just have a wheel of terrible movies and just spin it.
Let's see. We could always do the shitty Batman movies.
Which one?
Everything before Christopher Nolan got involved.
I don't know. I kind of like the first one. The first one wasn't awful.
But
The second one is where the shit started hitting the fan,
Like
and then
the
the
first
third
one-
and fourth we don't talk about.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Jim Carrey is the fucking Riddler.
Oh, and Tommy Lee. I mean, I like Tommy Lee Jones, but
But holy shit, wrong fucking role for you, sir.
yeah. Holy rusty metal, Batman.
Like, fuck you, Chris O'Donnell.
And George Clooney as Batman. Need we say more?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the super cut of like all the cold jokes from fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie?
Yeah, I did, man. It was kind of messed up.
Oh my god.
I was like, whoever took time to do this is really just a horrible,
Has
horrible...
way too much time on their hands.
And is quite the horrible human being.
Indeed.
Um,
That's like posting the Ninja Turtle script on your Facebook.
well, I'm sorry. All right, man. I think we're gonna end it here, man. It's like, yo, fuck. I got this aneurysm just going, like, kicking my ass right now.
All right, dude.
All right. So you can check out past episodes of our podcast up on Spreaker.com, iTunes. Find us on YouTube at the STS Radio. And don't forget, you can check out our friends over at the Mike and Billy Show. They just posted an interview with WWE superstar Daniel Bryan.
Nice.
So you can go check that out.
Yes! Yes!
Yep. Yep, you got it. You can email us, sts_radio@yahoo.com. You can find us on Twitter at sts_radio, or find us up on Facebook at facebook.com/sts_radio. So
That's how it's done.
Yeah. You got anything to plug, Bruce?
Nothing whatsoever.
Other than your butt? Yep.
You pooping? Yeah,
Sort of.
you're pooping.
Sort of.
It's like preparation.
Yeah.
It's like getting ready to poop.
It's like the world's greatest weight loss regimen. You poop.
It's like you eat a lot, but then you poop a lot. So like, then you lose it all.
You poop out the weight.
Yeah, poop it out.
Plop. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us. See you later.